following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, and Shannon Gross.
Friday football tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Breaking news right now.
Yes, sir. Breaking
Taylor,
news.
what's going on?
Tay, break the news, girl.
Well, Zeke breaks the news. You guys heard yesterday that there were reports coming out that Zeke had been offered a contract, but it was going to make him the second highest paid running back, not the first. So you heard that news.
Yes.
Well, the 2019 version of response to that is Ezekiel Elliott retweeting this tweet by Joe Thomas, the former Cleveland Brown lineman. He said, throughout the course of NFL history, if you are the best player at your position or clearly one of the best, when you re-sign a second contract with the team that drafted you, you usually beat the highest paid contract at your position by 15 to 20%, which is very large now for running back.
Yes.
It's not what it used
that's him.
to be.
In other words, that's him asking for $14 million a year is what he's saying.
Exactly. Because right now, what the news out there, which nothing has been confirmed,
Right.
is that the contract that has been offered to Zeke would be
Between Gurley and
Bell.
Le'Veon, right?
Yeah.
Which would be, 13-ish?
yes, around there.
And then, so
Let me
Gurley's getting 13-something. So if he's retweeting something that says you need 15 to 20%, he's asking for 14 to 15 million.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, real quick, I mean, without stepping on the toes of the brass that pays us, what are your quick thoughts? Give it to him or just wait till the end?
I think you said it best yesterday, and you said that you've been around this team for a long time,
Right.
and you were kind of getting that, like, I don't care mentality anymore
Right.
because it's just become so frustrating.
Yes.
I think they're going to hold out again.
Well, you think
I think
Zeke?
they're.
You think
I
You think Zeke them is ready to hold out?
I think Zeke is ready to hold out. It's my personal
Right.
opinion today on Friday.
Right.
I also think that Jerry and the brass, like you said,
that his backbone is getting stiff.
yeah, they're getting a little like.
Yeah. What you thinking, big
Man,
dog?
here, you need Zeke.
Yes.
We saw what happens without Zeke, right?
Right.
This is a good team, but I don't think they're a great team. With Zeke, I think you have potential this year to be a great team.
Wow.
But, man, I don't know if I'd pay a running back that kind of money.
Ooh, you curtain me. You curtain me.
Maybe. Here's the thing.
You curtain
We
me.
miss Kurt. We miss you.
You want to
Kurt.
know what my big issue is?
What's that, my brother?
Zeke has not shown me, and I love Zeke.
We all do. Go ahead on.
He has not shown me he is responsible enough off the field if I give him a long-term deal.
One word.
What?
And one word, and that is what they have always asked players that they give $8 or more million. Can I trust you?
Yes. And so far, I haven't seen a long enough stretch of incidents that haven't happened. Now, have they been Zeke's fault? Who knows, right? They continually come up. They have since before he signed here. He's missed games because of alleged stuff. There's still some alleged stuff that happened in the offseason.
Can
I trust you? And I'll give you that kind of money. I have to you got to be clean. Mm-hmm. And that scares me. I think we need him. We need him on the field, but it scares me to give a guy that kind of money. And he's wanting a lot of guaranteed money. I don't know if that's tricky.
Can I ask you two a question?
Yes, ma'am. Rock and roll.
This was right before I got here. The DeMarco Murray negotiations. Are you seeing any similarities now at this point? Obviously, it's different with a holdout, and he was a free agent. But in the sense that DeMarco knew what he wanted, the team knew what they wanted at running back. Then that next year, you have kind of the rotating. Joseph Randle was the start.
Yeah.
They did see what happened when they didn't go back to DeMarco.
Well, I think with DeMarco, and you tell me what you think, Nate. I think with DeMarco, he was towards the end of his career as far as a running back goes, and they had used the hell out of him. I think he got 400 carries or something like 350, something like that year. So I think they knew going into that last year, like, we're going to use this guy up, see if we can get him in a deal. If not, cut bait, let's go somewhere else. Zeke still got several years left in him, and I think it's a little different.
And then the key thing is one word, and I've been waiting. It's only about trust. And I'm serious. I think that's what it's all about. Because understand this, as much as us three in here love Zeke and want Zeke here so bad, is you can't go to management and say, man, get that man his $15 million. And then next year something happened. And he can't see the commissioner no more for nothing. It ain't no more discussion. Yeah. The commissioner probably done told him, okay, Zeke, even if you bump a guy walking by him and he fall on the ground, you're going to be suspended. Now, that $15 million turns out to be less 6 games.
So it goes from 15 to 18 or 19 because you're not getting that performance out. And you know what? You just made me think of something.
What's that?
What were Jerry's comments last week? How do you get trust?
Yeah, but
how do you get trust?
By talking to a person, building a relationship.
Yeah,
you do what? You earn trust.
Right.
Jerry said, "I have earned the right to joke with Zeke."
Right.
That makes sense to me now.
He went to war.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I earned it. So he's basically saying, "I've earned the right."
Because of our personal relationship, or the ups and downs we have went through together. When he said it, I understood it totally.
Yeah.
And one thing that I know for a fact, and this is, I know that Steven has to touch his dad. Dad, let me do this. Dad, because he know Dad to get frustrated and say, hey, man, get that man his money.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel.
yeah, get that man his money now, because we and if we'll make it up somewhere down the road. It'll cost us a draft pick, or it may cost us not paying another guy, because he'll be like, I don't want to miss opportunity to have a shot at a Super Bowl. So, but Steven says, I'm going to be financially responsible because I want to extend past 2 years of having great teams, good to great teams. This 9 and whatever, 10 and this, 11 and this, then the next year 9 and whatever, 8 and 8. That is not success. And a lot of times you lose that success, number one, because you don't draft well or because you overpay your stars. And now you start to descend because as good as Zeke, Dak, and Amari is, no offensive line, no defensive line. Guess what? You do what Atlanta did last night. You just paid Matt Ryan a new contract, and he could not stay on his feet. He could not stay on his feet. As great as this kid has always been, to me, a good quarterback. Matt Ryan for that Atlanta. He's always been a good to great quarterback. But only time I blamed someone on him was the Super Bowl. But he got there because he could throw that rock. He could sling that rock. But every year something happened. Defense fall apart. Defensive line fall apart.
They start getting picked off.
And all of a sudden you ain't got no money.
Yeah.
How do you pay these guys? So that's where Steven is saying, I've got to be able. Now, we as fans and me as ex-player, like, man, now get this man his money. But I understand that without a balance, without a Jalen Smith saying, you know what, I'll take $2 million less.
Yeah.
And you got to have a couple of those guys because you're going to pay some guys that's going to stand strong. Like, hey, man, I'm a 4th-round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that new mentality, that all started with DeMarcus Ware. Because I feel used to before the kind of the new change, that's when they stop going, hey, let's quit overpaying these guys just because we're emotionally attached.
Right.
That was the first one in my memory that it was like
a stud. That was a big time player. Yes,
Wentz
sir.
Still had a productive career in Denver. But he was the first guy that they actually let go that had been a Cowboy that wanted to be a Cowboy for life, and that's when it started changing. And it's a new mentality now.
He wanted to take a lesser contract, but not to the fact of what they wanted him to take. And this is what I tell people is, and I'm glad you broke this news. That's what I think, hot news that we can just, oh, man, that was hot. I mean, yeah.
Hot.
And so, but you have to, see, the business fan understand what I'm saying. The irate, oppressive, I love the Cowboys at all costs. They don't have a middle ground. They either with management or they with the players.
Well, and I think you're bringing up a lot of good points that the front office has been pretty transparent of how they're going to handle the way that these players are reacting.
Right.
Because the reactions now, you did bring up DeMarcus Ware, but now we're in 2019 where people can voice their own expressions of things that they feel are going on here with their contracts. You think about DeMarcus Lawrence, and last year when he got franchise tagged, he had the perfect attitude about it. He's like, look, tag me now, because I've seen what happens with Kirk Cousins, and this is going to pay dividends for me if I have another great year.
Right.
I have this surgery on the line. Right. I'm going to do this the right way. I think DeMarcus played that very well. I think that Dak is playing this well. I think that Amari Cooper is playing this well. I think that Zeke is taking the opposite approach, and that seems to be hurting him. From the outside looking in.
Well, public perception, absolutely.
Yes.
He's damaging his credit with Cowboys fans, because first when it started, it was like, get Zeke in camp. Now you're seeing a lot of stuff out there on social media. It's like, trade him. Get what you can get for him and move on.
Well, but see, this is where they're missing it. This is where they're missing it. And this is where I tell people, as a player, you can see both sides. It's a business, and you got to do what's right for your team. Okay. But understand this right here. Let's use Bell, who they say reset the market. Okay. For a whole year, he said, I'm going to do this right. I'm going to sign this. I'm going to sign this franchise tag.
For the second time.
Yeah, no, for the first time.
Well, I thought
remember
that was the second tag.
No, it was two. It was the first one he signed, remember?
Yep. Second one he held. Second one he held out.
Oh, you're right.
Okay.
He had that stiff upper lip.
Now, you got to understand, if you become 25 years old as a running back, and this is history, if you become 25 years old as a running back, they tag you. And then they tag you again at 26. And then at 27, they say you fall off a cliff. Do you want to go down that road?
Yeah.
So Zeke, I'm 24.
Yeah.
I want to have a new contract by 25. I'm not going to come in here next year and then all of a sudden, well, Le'Veon set the new market, but he also set the franchise tag. So now you tag him if he holds out next year. Now he's stuck. So he's got to sign that tag. He played for 3 this year, 9 next year. So he signed that tag, maybe which is $12 million. So now the Cowboys still winning. On this tag, they still winning. Then the next year, Zeke's in there like, wow. So Dak is doing the right thing by being in and being who he is because he feels comfortable with what's transpired up to this point. Amari don't care. He's making $14 million. So he either get 2 or 3 more mil or he missed 2 or 3 more mil. So he don't care. But Zeke is saying, if I don't do this now, when do I do it? Next year don't work.
That's very true.
And I get it. And I'm not mad at him. I'm not ever mad at a player for trying to make money, because I know how this league works. They don't want you. You're gone. You might be on the street. You might be unemployed and never make a dollar again. So you got to get it when you get it. It's different than the normal working world. So I'm never going to be mad at a player for trying to make money, because, contracts, they're not guaranteed. We cut you. You don't make any more money. The guaranteed money part is. So I get it. So it's a business, and everybody gets it. It's a business. Fans sometimes get wrapped up in the emotion of it, and
But that's why I try to.
I was just going to say about Le'Veon Bell and the emotion of it. I mean, last year at the start, everyone's still drafting him in their fantasy leagues. They're in the emotion of it, and then you see by the middle of the season, you see stories about the Steelers going through his locker and taking out his Jordans. There's always that flip switch, and you kind of talked about it. Like, now you're seeing that on social media.
Yeah.
And I think, unfortunately for Zeke, even though he is probably doing the thing
that's
best for him. I haven't spoken to him or his people, but that's going to switch.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is the agent plays a lot. Now, when Steven said I agree, the agent plays a lot, because the agent they be ranked too with players like, oh man, you didn't get Zeke his money, or you didn't get Dak his money. What would I want to sign with you for?
Yeah,
so
they Rocky.
Yeah, so they pushing from a selfish mode too. But this is what it's two sides to every deal, and when you know, and I'm not asking people to be rational fans. Think how you think, you know, because you are the ones buying these tickets and keeping all of us afloat. So think how you think, but I understand how Mr. Stephen Jones is thinking, and I understand how Zeke is thinking, because history is there if you want to just say, okay, why is this player thinking this way? Well, every time you turn around, every analytical number says running backs don't count. So that's what people believe. The fantasy football is what people believe, even though the first person they draft is Todd Gurley or Ezekiel Elliott for the touchdowns, for the yards and all that. They draft them, but they don't believe in them, you know, unless they don't score a touchdown that week. And so I get it all. But the thing that is more amazing than anything is, can we sustain a drive in the playoffs? I think we can win games without Zeke, but can we get in the playoffs and not get exposed? Is Tony Pollard who we think he is? You know, or is he gonna fall short of, you know, because you can't tell a fan or a group of people that, okay, yeah, we pumped Tony Pollard, but something happened and he wasn't as good as we thought. Well,
you've always said, and I've heard you say this before, that running backs, you don't really see them until the 4th week of the season.
That's right.
I've heard you say that
That's
before.
right.
So it's fair to still give Tony Pollard
you got to give
that
him every
time.
opportunity. See, me, I don't judge a guy. Some guys are fast starters. Zeke's not. Even though he's run efficient in his first 4 games, I don't judge him, because the reason I say give the whole, not only the running back, but the whole offense. When have this offense been fully intact? Since training camp started. When it has, I'm going to tell you when they was fully intact. They was Zekeless, but they was fully intact when they got on the plane. After the first practice, guys started missing practice. So when have they been 22 strong? Not none. So it takes a game of live bullets for everybody to be
It's aggressive.
Yeah. It takes a game, right? So now you got one game, okay, this don't work, this does work. So we got Kellen Moore working. All of a sudden, Kellen Moore by the second game, okay, yeah, we got this. By the third game, like, yeah, this really works. We know how to, let's run a different formation. Let's bunch over here. Let's take 2-3 tight ends and put them in more. You see what I'm saying? Now he's getting the live bullets. So by the 4th game, you rolling. You know who you are. You just hope by that 4th game you ain't 2-2 or 1-3 or 0-4.
I bet Kellen Moore would like Zeke to start his coordinating career.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If I was him, I'd be sitting out front with Miss Marilyn every day waiting on Mr. Jones like, hey, y'all got me this new gig. I appreciate it. Thank you for the new paycheck. But
Don't set me up to fail.
I need this man on the team, on the field, opening night.
Thank you.
How wild would it be? This is just the fantasy world that we can live in over
Lord.
here.
Here we go.
How wild would it be? You know, this is a show that we're recording at 9:30 a.m. Central Time today. 5 o'clock this afternoon, reports start coming out. Zeke Elliott signed his new contract.
Right.
Tomorrow you walk into AT&T Stadium.
He's there.
He's there.
Head just twice as big. Because you don't can put the head shot of Zeke in, you know.
Oh, Corey Miller, our in-game production.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Have y'all seen the meme that's going around that says Zeke spotted at Whataburger?
Wow,
and it's like twice as big as Zeke, but he's got the same hair and the same beard, and it's not him. It's pretty amazing. I'll show you.
Wow, that's ugly, man. But
I like when you see memes before me. That really shocks me.
I'm gonna tell you.
Whataburger memes.
That was good. That was good breaking news. That was you. That's fire.
Speaking of running backs, you see that Rod Smith got into the end zone yesterday?
I didn't watch any of the game. You watched the game,
Yeah,
Nate.
I watched parts of the game. And
you talked about Daniel Jones.
This kid.
What did you see?
This kid took a sack. I mean, they land blasted him.
Shout out Rod Smith, by the way. Congratulations.
And
Mr.
the ball
Roger got to see a touchdown.
The ball popped in there, right? They recovered it. And he in the next play, he just dropped back just a smooth, man, threw a perfect fade. It wasn't for a touchdown, but for him to get up off his back and just drop back, man, with just real smooth and just.
They say he's got poise in the pocket and he's not scared. So
I'm telling you,
Cutcliffe mentality. He's playing with Coach Cutcliffe from Duke, and that is who Eli was coached by.
Yes,
and that same mentality they talked about during the draft was that's why the Giants were so interested in him, because you look at someone like Eli Manning, the man's never missed a game besides the time that he got benched.
Right.
We were all there for that, but it's that poise.
Yeah, and I'm telling you. This kid is doing well. And when you play in New York, it's only 2 stages that's bigger than Dallas. That's New York and that's California. And you can play in New York under that fire, they're gonna be crying for that boy. If Eli come out of the hole 0-2 and 0-3, they're gonna be crying for that boy.
Mm-hmm.
DJ.
He's got about 2 games, and if they ain't way above 500 by the time midseason rolls around, they're probably gonna.
They got to get it. I'm of the. And in Washington didn't look bad. Case Keenum didn't look bad, but that running back Geis, as I'm pronouncing.
Yeah, from LSU.
Him and that kid. What's the kid name?
Thompson.
Lord Jesus. I'm telling you.
And guess who you have the first 2 games of the year?
Yeah,
the Giants, Redskins.
You can count out the Redskins, but if they defense come to play like I think it is, and they have a running game, it don't matter who's quarterback. As long as he don't throw interceptions, game's gonna be tight. And if we play our brand of football, we looking at a 3-point difference in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And it's now who makes the biggest mistake. Mm-hmm. So we have to beat the Redskins.
Can't be LP
We
again.
have to beat the Giants. We cannot play with these folks.
And here's the thing, you just brought this up. That's the style of Cowboys football. You keep it close to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You grind it out.
And blow it open at the end.
Are you willing to go into games with that mentality with a rookie running back in the fourth quarter to try to grind your games out? And do you trust a rookie running back to not miss a blocking assignment?
And you know what?
Disrespecting my guy, Alfie Mo.
Let me say,
Alfred Morris.
I love Alfred.
Let me say,
I love Alfred.
And you know what? I normally could say the cream on top, but I don't know if it's cream or if it's sour cream. But your kicker, with a rookie running back and your kicker.
This guy's never had the faith.
It's hard to if you were out at camp. It's hard to have the faith watching this year. I hope he straightens it out.
I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm stopping this. I ain't about, and he's a great guy. No, be a great football player. I'm tired of great guys. Oh, he's a great guy.
Brandon Carr is a great guy.
But can you play football? Can you kick that ball? When they say, it seems like if they say 50 yards, he like, oh yeah. I mean, they say 35, he be like, oh my God, can't make this. He turns from cream to sour cream real quick.
You brought up Alfred Morris. Do you think if Zeke's not here, who's your starting running back?
I think they split a lot more time between Tony Pollard and Alfred Morris.
So you think Jackson out of it?
No. I don't think Darius Jackson's out of it. I think you're going to see him more in special teams, kind of fill that role of Rod Smith a little bit.
Okay, let's say if we Zekeless, you saying Darius, because they ain't finna keep Zeke. They ain't finna keep
They're keeping a fullback for sure.
They're keeping a fullback.
Olawale.
So who is your running back?
Juracek yesterday.
Yeah, that guy didn't know.
So now, so you Zekeless or you with Zeke? Okay, which one is
Let's start with Zeke. Let's just say Zeke.
Who's your running backs with Zeke?
They're going to keep 3, right?
That's
fullback and then 3. So you got Zeke. You're keeping Pollard for sure.
Yeah, you're keeping Pollard for sure.
And then who is it? Is it Morris? Is it
Darius?
Is it Darius?
Oh, this is hard.
Because I think it was going into camp. I think it was Darius's job to lose. I thought he was going to get the first team reps.
And he didn't even get the first team reps.
He was wound up on third team?
Yeah. So now you tell us now.
Who do you think? Just who do you think?
Yeah.
Theoretically. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer because I don't think anybody
we don't even
knows.
know. Yeah.
The only reason I say Alfred Morris is because they like that veteran
Trust.
depth. They trust.
He's been here. He knows the system. He's been in the league forever.
You're talking about 2 games where he has performed well. You look back at the 2017 season. They opened against the Giants. Surprise, surprise.
Right.
And Alfred Morris actually outshined Ezekiel Elliott in that game. So, I
like Darius, but the thing is,
Darius.
I don't know if I've seen enough out of Darius.
Did you keep him on practice squad? You could keep him on practice squad, right? Or is he ineligible?
I think you can keep him.
You know what, Miss Tay? This year here, it ain't about practice squad. It's about can you get on this field.
No, I know. I'm just saying for depth reasons.
Depth reasons is Zeke.
Zeke.
And then Tony
Zeke,
Paul.
we need you, big guy.
Yeah. So if we Zeke, let's keep all 3. Because that's what we have to do. But if we Zeke, one of them got to go. And
so Weber's out of the picture, right?
Yeah. Now that's your practice squad guy.
guy.
That's your practice squad guy.
Yeah, he is.
Because he got to learn how to pick up the blitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like it would be a hard thing to learn.
Yeah.
He's a nifty runner, though, Weber.
Yeah, he
had that one play in training camp where he bounced outside.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
that was a scrimmage?
Yeah, the
blue-white scrimmage, until he gets your misses one block and Dak's looking at his ear hole.
Some of us is meant to practice. And others are meant to play.
You know what we ought to do Monday?
I would love to just practice out there, get that check.
You know what we should do Monday?
What's that?
I want to if we have not made any progress with Zeke, into the show we should take some calls and see what the fans think about Zeke. Are they fed up with this?
15 seconds of fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Give us what you think real quick, and then
you gonna roll with
cut them out.
Is Jesse gonna be here on Friday?
As far as I know, on Monday.
Yes.
Monday.
When I see him, I see him. Other than that, I'm like Jakes.
It's like Zeke.
I'm working with the players I got here. I'm working with what I
your
got.
Ohio State colors today.
Yeah, I'm working with what I got. I'm working with what I got. When I see him, I will.
Jesse hadn't been in camp. He's been
right.
no-show to camp.
He it out, so forget.
Regular season starts Monday.
Keep up
Jim fly back from Cabo. He'll be back
He may still be working on that contract with the big man, with Derek.
Yeah.
May not have signed yet.
Derek man got a backbone. I got that backbone to hold on.
Good stuff.
Oh, man. Well, time is up.
Time?
We didn't even have time for a break. Man, Zeke messed us all up this morning. I like it.
She
Zeke
broke
watch.
news, man. She brought 5.
Zeke, if you're listening, I know you listen to this show every day. I know it's you and Roger Smith that listen every day,
Right.
and Mama Gross.
Right.
Although Mama Gross cannot keep up with what time we've been going on all week. She's just like...
She need to quit hanging out with Miss Patsy.
Taylor
Is it Miss Patty or Miss Patty? Miss Patty.
Yeah.
Quit hanging out with Miss Patty.
Taylor sends out the schedule every day for the shows, the podcast, the content, and everything. She doesn't even know what time we've been going this
Hang
week.
with the boys. It's at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
3, it's 2, it's 9:30. Who cares?
Hey, he got on the shirt right quick, like different shirt.
Yeah. Shout out to Nike and Brett Jeffries again.
No, Aaron Castor.
This was Eric.
Aaron.
Jesus.
Oh, this was Aaron.
Help us out, young lady.
Screwed up.
Help us out.
And said the wrong salesperson.
Both
Aaron.
of them are great guys.
Great guys. I
Great
was
guys.
talking to Brett all morning on a call with Snickers.
Which one is
and
it
that's
now?
why.
Which one is it? We need to know to give the credit to. Which guy?
Aaron Kastner provided this shirt and Nike. And if you can see the back.
If you come out to training camp next week, last practice is here. This is exclusively sold at Nike at the Star in Frisco. Stop by, get your shirt.
Yes.
Shannon will even sign it for you if you get it.
And just because most of you people do not watch the show, you just listen. It has a license plate on the left chest
Move
that
to
says
your right just a little bit. There you go.
Cal to Dow, and then the back. What does it say on the back?
214 boys. Boys with
And
the
at the
Z.
bottom
And
on
it's
the
a
license
RV.
plate is Cal to Dow.
Yeah.
It's RV. It's really cool. I would see you as an RV guy. As much as you like to drive and go across the country, have you ever thought about driving
I
RV?
owned 3 Sprinters, and I fixed them all up. And and drove them until they got like 99,000 miles and got rid of them.
Yeah,
that would change the game for your guys' show.
Oh, take it on the road?
Just take it on the road.
In the off-season?
Just like in the off-season.
Get a sponsor and just drive. I'd do that.
We got one.
214 boys. You could literally put that on the back.
I could work remotely. We should do that. We should go on tour.
not what you told me yesterday. When I was trying to get into his office 3 days ago, I'm like, man, you was doing like 8 things at one time. He's like, yeah, I'm the most important guy over here, so I have to do that.
Say that?
Yes,
he would never say that.
A lot of people don't know that.
They don't, Jay. You tell them. Tell them, Jay.
I'll tell you something, I'm the most important guy over here. Because
Shannon said that?
Yeah, because Derek Eagleton was in his office just like chilling. Nick was behind him chilling.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because Derek gives me all his BS work.
Oh,
puts it off on me. Yeah, Shannon will take care of that. Shannon will run point on that. Shannon will do that.
Go back. We had some highlights of a few people saying foul words yesterday, so go back and watch.
Oh, yeah, we need
together.
Wasn't me yesterday. It wasn't Kurt.
That girl.
It was Tay.
That's why she came with breaking news this morning. Like, I had to
I
make
had to
something.
come with fire.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to let these people go. So,
All right.
Taylor, thank you for coming
guys.
in and joining the
Appreciate
show.
Thank you for joining us.
We don't know what time. Nate, thanks for bringing it.
No times yet.
Yeah.
We don't know what time we're going next week because we don't have the media schedule from PR yet. So we will figure it out. Check the website. We'll update it. Douglas, thanks for getting us on the air. William, thanks for doing what you do. Caden, not sure what you're doing right now, but thanks for being there with us. Presley, thanks for scheduling everything. Although I don't think she's doing that anymore. YouTube. Yes.
Posting it to YouTube.
Posting it to YouTube, yes. And everyone else involved, come back and see us on Monday. We don't know what we'll be talking about or what time we'll be talking about it, but we'll be here at some point.
Zeke will be on the air.
Football tomorrow. Hanging with the boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.